Hi, I'm Bowling Otter.
And I'm Lissy Sandwich.
And welcome to
BS on the Internet.
Well, it's been another one of those weeks. It's been a doozy. It's been a heck of a week. Big week. Big week.
Really big week.
Really big week.
It flew, but also went by like really slow. I don't know. It was one of those things. And then it was like all different kinds of weather. Remember, it was like really nice
around
one
here,
day.
yeah.
Yeah, at least around here. It was really nice one day, and then it poured and was disgusting. And then it was like beautiful and the sun was out, and today it was downpouring again. It's crazy. It's been nuts.
And if you didn't know, if you wanted to live stream last night, you would have heard this last night, because tonight we're recording this, and it's Friday, and we were live streaming on Thursday. But we made an announcement about this little person.
Oh my God.
Lessons Braggers.
We're having a baby.
Baby Otter's going to be your brother.
He is.
Have another one.
And you guys have been so nice with your comments and things like that.
Thank you guys very much.
And so time for number 2.
Time for number 2.
We are, they're coming along in May.
Yes.
And I'm about...
We don't know the gender yet.
No, but we will in like a couple weeks.
Yes, we will pretty soon.
Yeah, I had to get a blood test done today and a really crazy ultrasound. And part of that blood test is they do like genetic testing and all that stuff. And I find out the gender. And I'll get a phone call. I was like, so how long? Like I'm really like anxious, you know? And they said, well, it's usually about a week, but plan on 2 because they're really backed up right now. Yeah. So I was like, okay. But yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited.
It's gonna be cool.
I know, it's cool. I'm not too thrilled about, being pregnant in general because it's uncomfortable. It's a lot of people are like, oh, I'm at my happiest when I'm pregnant. It's like, sucks. Sucks. But I'm done the first trimester. I was really nauseous for a lot of it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure I'll give you guys way too much information over the next, couple months or, more than a couple months. I have so much
Handful of months.
I know.
It'll be almost summer. It'll almost be summer, but it won't quite be summer.
No. So we have like 2 seasons.
Yes. 2 seasons. God. 2 more seasons.
That makes me think we're going to run out of time.
Yeah. It kind of feels like it does. Suddenly it doesn't seem like enough time.
No, it doesn't. But, yay. Okay, so yet again, we're going from really good news to horrific news.
Unfortunately.
That there was another mass shooting at a bar. It was a country night at a bar, and there was a bunch of college kids there, and a gunman walked in, an ex-Marine, or he had done, he was in the service, and they think he had PTSD. He had some run-ins with the law before, and he killed a sheriff. He killed a bunch of other people, just went and just shot everybody. And it's like, I feel like I have nothing left in me. This father here, I was watching in the morning.
Yeah, I can't even watch that.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm not even. Don't watch it if you're sensitive, because it destroyed me. This man right here, he like pinged his son's cell phone, and he knew his son was there, and found out that his phone was lying stationary in the middle of the floor and wasn't moving. And he was worried that his son was dead in there. And he was with the press for a long time, and they were all standing outside. And then he wound up finding out after he was with all of these press people that his son was in there, and it was heart-wrenching. He talked to the press right after it happened, and the fact that this just keeps happening, like I have nothing left in my body. I am so drained from this, as so many people are. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's a shame. I feel like I unfortunately can identify with what you hear from a lot of kids these days, which is just there's mass shootings, and it was terrible. The fact that we're getting to this point now in the country where it's like, I don't want to say desensitized, because we're not desensitized. This is still gigantic news, still a huge deal. Everyone's hearts are broken. Yeah. Everyone wants to know why, everything. But it's just like, it happens so much, and it keeps happening more. And it's just like, you just kind of like, well, what the hell? I mean, like,
I really feel like the majority of everybody wants something to happen. You know, some people feel like it's a mental health issue. Some people think that it's an issue of being able to get your hands on the actual guns. Who should be able to have them? Some people are talking about assault weapons, and you know, there's a big spectrum of possibilities here.
Yeah.
You know, but the fact that we're prevented from studying them, we're prevented from trying different things out. It's just kind of like, nope, it has to stay
the studying
exactly
is what's got to
where it
happen,
is.
so we can actually look into it. Because I mean, this you know, is contrary to a lot of what a lot of people assume, right? It was a Marine, so he's trained with a weapon.
Yeah.
I think it was a pistol, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't even an automatic weapon.
He had one of those, I know nothing about guns, one of those like extenders or something where you could get more ammo out of it.
So okay, he didn't have to reload it.
Yeah, which is illegal.
Yeah.
And I think the Vegas gunmen used that as well. And they were saying that they wanted to.
So it's like, so it doesn't matter if it's illegal or not because he got it anyway.
Right.
So it's one of those things that's like, well, he was supposed to be a good guy with a gun.
Yeah.
But then he was also like, but this gun was already supposed to be illegal. So it's one of those things where like both those like polar sides, it kind of conflicts with both of them.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so crazy, because it's like you start thinking, what the hell?
I know.
What has to happen here? And I you know, obviously I just wish the floodgates were opened and allowed for people to study everything about these things that are happening, so we can try to get to some sort of, I don't know, data, you know, and start making some decisions based on data. We still don't have any real honest to goodness data on any of this stuff.
Do people trust data nowadays? They'll say,
well, you have to. What else can you trust?
Who's doing the study? Is the gun company doing a study?
Yeah, but that's all you have.
Anti-gun people doing the study?
All you have is data. That's the only thing. It's the only like non-biased thing is numbers.
There's a lot of people that think that if there's a study being done, whoever's funding the study, it will twist the study.
Yeah, and there's always going to be that argument, but you still need the study.
You should, you know,
you still need it.
I agree.
No matter what.
You still need it. But even, you know, like a couple of the people who were killed, one was a firearms instructor.
Yeah.
One was a self-defense teacher. Yeah. You know, a lot of, you know, there's the arguments, a good guy with the gun, it's the gun-free zones that are the problem. They did have armed security. The police were there in 2 minutes, you know. Yeah. It's just a matter of...
It killed every argument you could think of on both sides.
Yeah,
you know?
And that's what I found particularly, I hate to use the word intriguing about
it is
this,
intriguing.
That,
it is
you know,
intriguing.
that there was a firearms instructor in there, a self-defense guy in there. And I'm sure that there have been other situations where there were, I mean, because police have been killed and things like that in these, you know, situations. But in my brain, at least how I was processing it, I was like, wow, they were all together in this one place.
Unique. It still feels like a unique occurrence, you know?
And a Marine.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, like,
PTSD, it's... I mean, I guess he had to have it, right? I mean, like, you assume. You have to assume, I guess, but we don't know.
But you know what else is scary? How we were talking about all the arguments are getting debunked, is previously I saw that he had some kind of, the cops were called, he was having some kind of altercation or something, and they sent out the police and they called a mental health team to come out and talk to him. And they cleared him.
So even then,
on the scene.
Wow.
And left.
Wow.
You know, and they figured that he was okay. He was upset.
How do those people feel right now?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like he was okay, but he was worked up, but he was all right. Yeah. You know, and I think they may have had a couple follow-up appointments and everything, so they looked into him. Yeah. You know?
So even that, they even covered that. That makes you feel helpless, you know?
It's like... But in my head, the common denominator is the gun.
Yeah, but he didn't have it legally, so it didn't even matter if it was already illegal.
Yeah, I know.
Like he got it anyway.
I keep like running, like you said, we need data.
Yeah, that's
we
the
need
thing.
data. We can't even study it. Like
you get like every angle we try to take. Like, well, then this happened, but then this, and then this. Is just like, damn, where the hell do we go with this?
I know. It's just there's so much juggling, and there's nothing to look at, to point at. Yeah. You know, that would make any sense of this at all.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's very upsetting.
Yeah, and it makes me worried being pregnant.
I know. Yeah, at least it wasn't a school this time. I hate to like find like a freaking silver lining somewhere.
College.
But it was a bunch of college. It was a college. It was college town, college bar. So it was basically a school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I can't even find that.
Which brings us to the next thing, which is the election, because it was really interesting watching this. I don't know if you guys watched any of the coverage, but This is a site, I don't know if you've heard of it, called 538. You told me about this.
This is a cool site.
Explain what this is.
This is a very cool site. 538 is basically stats nerds, right?
Yeah.
It's just everybody breaking down. It's not just politics, it's sports, a lot of sports, but it's a lot of politics too.
Economics.
Yeah, they have all different sections,
Culture.
but I find that it's like the big articles are usually politics and sports related, but it's just people that just go crazy number crunching, crazy digging into trends and comparing things, and like they're people that are super passionate about just statistics.
Yeah.
And it comes out in these really interesting articles and just analysis of situations, and it's really interesting in elections. And I first caught wind of this site a while ago, but I started paying attention a lot more after the 2016 elections, when almost all the big polls said it was going to be very different than it turned out. And I remember 538 being one of the very few that were like, this is going to be way closer than people think it's going to be.
I remember that.
And they were basically right. You know, I mean, they didn't predict it outright, but they did say that I don't think they make flat predictions like this is going to happen.
No.
But they do kind of predict.
They look at trends.
Yeah,
they look at trends elections,
and circumstances and explains
history, the economy, what things were like.
They look at
like
precedent and they compare, and they find patterns, and it's a really cool website if you're into any of that sort of stuff.
Math nerds!
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's not just numbers and math because it's presented in a way that's very easily digested and it's narrative, you know. But it's all just we were just talking about data, and they're crazy in the data. It's really cool stuff, and it's not really a lean or a slant.
Right. It's just the facts.
It's just information.
What's going on? Yeah. So the Democrats got 37 seats and
in the House.
In the House, yes.
Yeah.
And the Senate, what did I do? And the Republicans got 2 in the Senate, so we're kind of in the middle here. But Beto lost.
Oh yeah, that was a big deal in Texas.
That was quite a thing
Very close.
to watch.
Yeah,
there was
way
a lot of
closer
really
than people
close
thought it was
ones.
going to be. Yeah.
There's a lot of recounts still going on. It's Friday night at 10:30. We were just watching the news a little bit before we came.
Yeah, it's not all settled yet.
Florida's a mess. Like I feel like
Florida's always a mess.
I saw something not too long ago that said Florida, you know, and I love Florida.
Gonna get their act together.
I do. I know. They were like, oh my gosh, Florida with the recounts.
There's always some crazy controversy in Florida.
I know. I think there's going to be some kind of lawsuit or something like that.
Yeah,
there's a lot of debating. I think Georgia is still up in the air for governorship, I believe, but they're still kind of coming in. But why we wanted to tie this, or why I wanted to tie this to the shooting, was that a woman won the other day whose son was killed in a shooting, and she had no politics experience or anything. I think she was a former flight attendant, and her son was killed in like a senseless gun crime, and decided she was going to run for office, and she just won. She won a seat in the House, I think. And
there's also a ton of women won too.
A lot of women.
That was a big narrative in this.
Yeah. A couple of Native American women won, which is awesome. I just like the, people representing everybody from all different places.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody is looking different. Everybody's different, genders and things like that. First out gay governor, I believe.
Yeah, in Colorado.
I think so. Watch me be getting this wrong. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's really interesting. And also Florida passed a law that said they're going to allow felons to vote, former felons to vote.
That's right. Voting rights got expanded.
Yeah. So that's huge. So a lot happened, and so many of you went out, and so many of you tweeted us and said you were voting, and it was such a crappy day around here. At least it was pouring.
Yeah, it was right in LA.
Oh my gosh, there were really long lines, and it was raining, but the turnout was awesome. And I was just, thinking about this whole gun thing. I was so worried about that. It was one of the big issues, at least I was thinking about when I was going in. I read this article this week that said if you're between the ages of 18 and 22 right now, you're part of the massacre generation.
That's sad.
That you'll be able to,
that we have a name for it now,
isn't it?
Right?
That
the massacre generation.
And just that alone, I'm like, oh my gosh! There was somebody at this. I know I'm going backwards, but there was somebody at this shooting at Borderline that was also at the Vegas shooting.
Yeah.
Two shootings.
There
was somebody in Florida that was at Parkland, and then another one that was somewhere else. They're hitting multiple things. They're being involved in multiple shootings.
Statistically now it's becoming more probable for you to be at. More, not just that one shooting, maybe more than one shooting. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But
it's like a habit in the country now, it seems, which is scary.
It is. It is. But I'm really curious to see what happens now. So I feel like I need to pay attention. The way, but I feel like the way the climate, I don't know if you've noticed, but the whole climate just went whoo. right after this election. It's only been a couple of days, but I feel like, like Jeff Sessions got fired.
Stuff's happening very
Trump's
quickly.
kind of going nuts. Well, things are happening real
statistically,
quick. Protests, all kinds of things are happening right now. So I feel like we're running a little bit faster now. So I want to see where it goes.
Well, statistically, aside from like the Civil War and the Vietnam era, it's the most divided the country's been.
Yeah.
Everyone is that's like basically what the fallout is from this, right?
Yeah.
That's the bottom line here is everybody hates each other here.
They do.
Basically.
They do.
It's really scary. There is no cooperation. There's no agreeing with each other. There's no listening to each other. Yeah. It's very, very divided. And that's terrifying, personally, I think.
Especially when you have to work together and run a country.
Yeah, it doesn't work. And that's why the climate is what it is now. I mean, I don't want to talk about politics much here. We really try to be very careful about not picking sides. I know. That's one of the reasons, right? Mm-hmm. Because it's cutthroat right now.
I know.
You picking sides, you make enemies of so many people instantly.
But then there's also that middle of the road.
There's no actual. It's a fallacy. There's no actual middle of the road.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. I was going to say, there's some people that say, well, I just go down the middle.
Yeah, statistically, there's no such thing as the correct answer being in the middle.
Yeah.
That's not the way it works.
And that's a really common misconception, which is
a fence riding fallacy.
Yeah. You can't just say, well, the truth lies somewhere in the middle.
It's
a safe place.
But to say the truth lies somewhere in the middle between these 2 points, the truth could be here and it could be here.
Yeah.
It's statistically almost never right in the middle. That's not where the truth is. So
that's a good point.
That's what makes this kind of stuff difficult, because you have to be able to disagree and still be civil about these things, and people are not being civil about them. And that's kind of the place we had to get back to. We're supposed to be in a situation in this country where you do have people that disagree, but you compromise and you figure it out and you be respectful, and that is falling away.
Yeah.
And that's been falling away more. I mean, it's been getting worse. So
it really is.
That's scary. And I just can't. I guess I'm just always sitting around waiting to see the trend turn back to just maybe making some progress to some cooperation, but it is so polarized.
It may take a generation.
It may take a generation.
Yeah.
It may. Yeah.
Because the way it is right now is just, and social media gets so gross.
Social media makes it worse.
Yeah,
social media definitely makes it worse.
Really, really does.
Yeah.
Ugh. But yeah, interesting stuff happened. Read up on it if you can, and look at this site, because
links in the description.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right, this is big news from the YouTube world. Just happened. DEFY Media, which owns Smosh, owns Clever, used to own Screen Junkies, just some really big popular YouTube properties, shut down suddenly, very suddenly. They just went like, oh, we're done, it's over, and everyone's kind of like somebody from Clever I was seeing didn't even find out from DEFY Media, found out from a news article that their parent company was gone. Oh
my God!
Apparently, there's people. The ad revenue. They take all the revenue first, and then take their cut, and then pay out their creators.
Yeah.
And they're bankrupt now, so that money's not going to the creators. Those creators aren't getting paid now. They're not getting paid. It's a really crazy situation. They had a lot of people are super stunned about this one because they are a massive brand. They had a massive amount of money. I think it was just earlier this year, was it, that they had like a $70 million investment in them?
Wow.
So they burned through money like crazy. I don't know. It sounds like bad decisions. There's no way that
just bad management.
And those brands were. I mean, they appeared to be making crazy amounts of money. Yeah. Smosh is still setting record numbers.
Oh gosh, yeah. They're huge.
So it's not like they're dying channels and dying brands. They're still growing.
Yeah.
And for that have ended up with a completely failed parent company. That the only thing that can tell you is that it was just mismanaged, right? I mean, I can't imagine what else could have happened.
Yeah.
You never can really.
Sold these guys. Yeah. They
Screen Junkies.
Sold some people.
And Shut Up Cartoons too.
Shut Up Cartoons.
Yeah.
And then Escapist.
Yeah, Screen Junkies is Honest Trailers. You guys, everybody's seen Honest Trailers,
of course,
right?
Yeah.
So
but then just to be completely blindsided.
Yeah.
And find out that something like this happens is wow.
Yeah, it's
that's
crazy.
Scary. That's scary.
Super scary.
So what now then?
Well,
what do they do?
The big creators like Smosh and Clever, they're gonna find somebody. Somebody will scoop them right up.
They'll go
because they're still huge. They're still setting record numbers.
Sure.
They're gonna be a cash cow for somebody else now. But there's probably a ton of smaller creators that just now they got nothing. They got to go find another parent company.
Probably.
It's still such a volatile world. The whole YouTube thing, right?
Oh, it's so
for
weird.
people that have to really. I mean, we're
so weird.
we're fortunate really that we don't have to 100% rely on it because it's totally it's almost like you get too successful and then you have to really rely on it, and it's so volatile and unpredictable that like, man, how do you even plan for what's going on? And stuff like this happens all the time.
I couldn't imagine if we were full time.
Oh, I'd be scared every day.
I would be petrified.
Like, is today the day?
Yeah, especially full time, but not one of like the big.
Oh yeah, one of the chosen few.
Chosen few. Yeah. I would where like you really depend on that up and down, because there's some good months, there's some bad months. There's like you
gotta be really good with money.
You gotta
put that stuff away.
Yes,
you
do.
Spend
oh my God. That's so true. That's so true. Yeah. But luckily like there's Twitch, so like for us at least, but then I feel so bad for
Twitch has really helped us.
Yeah.
Certainly.
And there's definitely a lot of theories out there, some conspiracy theories about them YouTube pushing certain channels and not recommending certain channels.
Yeah.
And the numbers are different. They're very, very different.
But they could be the taste of the viewers too.
It could. The algorithm. There's no manual, interjection.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit before. It's always it's one of those things we're just never gonna know the other side of it because we can't, because that creates all that is where the spam would come from.
Yep.
If they ever expose the algorithm, then everything just gets to be the spam mess because everyone will exploit it.
Yep.
So it's like you want to know, you can never know. You just try to find clues and try to figure it out. And,
right.
Yeah, but then stuff like this happens though, and these guys didn't figure it out clearly. I mean, who knows what they did with their money? But everyone seems to be pretty shocked that it's like, where did it all go? How did this giant studio just suddenly close out of nowhere? It's scary, but that's the big YouTube news, I guess.
The nature of the beast.
Nature of the beast.
Okay, so there's an interesting subject that we want to talk to you guys about, because two things happened this week. One is it was the last episode for Rick Grimes and The Walking Dead. So if you're not caught up on The Walking Dead, you might want to skip forward. There's going to be timestamps in the comments here. But we won't give any spoilers on the last episode or anything like that. But also, it came out that Rick Grimes, everybody thought he was going to be killed off. But it turns out that he's just leaving the show, and he got a movie deal, right? So they're going to do three movies. Oh my God, the gifts were amazing of people finding out. So he's going to live and star in 3 movies for, I think they're going to be for AMC.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is Sony their parent company? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Off the top of my head.
I'm not sure.
But so they're going to do a Rick Grimes movie, 3 of them, a trilogy.
3 Rick Grimes.
And he's not going to return to the show. And I don't know how I feel about this, number one, but the same week, AMC from the same channel just revealed that a Breaking Bad movie is going to be happening on AMC. So Breaking Bad, if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, you need to stop watching this video.
Yeah, turn it off.
And go watch the whole show.
And then when you're done watching the entire series front to back, come back and pick up where you left off.
Yeah, that's right. You got to pick up where you left off, because it's so good. It's a damn near perfect show.
It's great.
My gosh, I love it so much.
It may be my all-time favorite.
I think it's my favorite.
If it's not, it's up. It's got to be like top 3 easy.
We watch it like every couple years.
We might be probably my favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd watch it again.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I think it's been a couple.
Good.
We've watched it twice already.
Yeah.
And we were like, let's watch it again in like another 3 years.
Yeah.
But it's so good. And that one of the characters in Breaking Bad, is they think they're going to give him his own movie as well, and I believe it's going to follow his story after the end of the thing. It's Jesse. Is that a spoiler?
Yeah,
saying if it's Jesse?
Yeah.
I don't think so. So they're going to give Jesse his own movie, and they're going to give Rick Grimes 3 movies. So what do you guys think about plucking a very main character out of a show?
Character.
Yeah, in this case, it's the main character. Yeah. And then will this show be okay?
Well,
not just Daryl and everybody else that's over there, because I'm guessing Daryl would now be the head
lead.
Dude.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know,
is he like one of the only people left, if not the only person from the first season now?
Maybe Carol.
Oh yeah.
Carol.
Okay.
Yeah, Michonne's she's no.
She was second, I think, or third even.
With The Walking Dead, I feel like the difference between Walking Dead and Breaking Bad is I feel like Breaking Bad ended at the perfect time. I think it ended at about 5 seasons. That was
one of my favorite things about it. They wrapped it up. I thought it
was a perfect length. They didn't stretch it, because we've all seen shows
go on too long.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Lost. No, maybe.
Oh, it went on way too long.
Dexter.
Dexter.
Weeds.
Oh, Dexter. Weeds was a terrible ending.
It was like, guys, just ended. It's getting bad.
Yeah.
And then The Walking Dead, we watched a lot of. And,
yes, we did. First
stayed
3 or
with
4
it.
seasons or so.
Yeah, we stayed with it and really, really liked it. And then we fell off after a couple of episodes.
Missed a couple episodes and was just like, do I really care to go back and watch
for me, something happened.
Yeah.
And I felt like I couldn't go back. I was like, oh my God, that's it. Like I'm out,
Yeah, I just kind of like lost interest because for me, it seemed like, oh, look, they found a whole another new town, new people. Oh, they just found
together.
Yeah, now we got a new antagonist. Okay. And so it's like it felt so monotonous, but it kept going. It stayed really popular.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
It was entertaining.
It's still a well-done show.
If something else, it was like, oh, you want to watch The Walking Dead or A, B, C, D, E, F, G? We would go, all right, let's do Walking Dead tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then it kept getting pushed out. And then we just never picked it back up.
Yeah. We didn't go I'm going to stop watching the show,
Yeah.
But it kind of fell out of favor just out of our preferences.
Yeah. Mine fell out quicker because of, there were some deaths and I was like, I can't.
But I feel like this is AMC being like, hey, that Marvel movie thing that they're doing? I think we should try to do this. I feel like I feel like they're going backwards.
They're gonna have
Marvel did the
Jesse
movies
meet Rick
and then went to the series. Basically,
maybe.
Well, but we're doing it within their universe,
right?
though. But I feel like because I think there was rumors of this, right? I feel like they're gonna they're doing Rick Grimes, and then the idea is are they gonna then pull somebody else maybe that left the show?
Yeah.
And then suddenly they're back, and then suddenly they're back, and they're gonna do these all-star kind of thing. That's kind of what I meant by the Marvel thing. They're gonna have this all-star movie
you have those
situation.
Big shocking moments.
Yeah,
of it's such
and then they could have them suddenly find the other cast again, and it's they're back together, gang's all back together again.
That's what I'm expecting to happen. Is that there's going to be 3 movies with Rick plucked out of his group, and then he's going to either find his group again, but they said he's not going to go back to the show, so maybe the show will go to him. I'm worried about the show without him. Especially because it seemed to be a little bit on a downslope from what I'm hearing. And
I haven't been watching.
I heard Fear the Walking Dead was kind of like...
Yeah, people have been watching that.
Really?
I think,
Is that good? Are any of you watching that?
I don't know if it's any good, but that's the thing. I feel like that's where the Marvel model kind of becomes imitated, right? Because it's more like we're going to splinter the group, split them off, do movies, do shows, and then bring them all back together at the end, within the same universe. So it's I feel like they're dipping into that, and it might freaking work because Walking Dead, if it has been declining a little bit in its numbers.
Wait, Daryl has a dog. See, that's what'll get me to watch. Daryl has a dog.
A dog will get listened to watch.
I'll watch.
But one thing is, if Walking Dead really did have declining numbers, this is a way to get people interested again. Yeah. Because people watch a movie. If it's good, then people will definitely want to see what happens after that. And then if they can use that to leverage the show back into the main stage again, it will work, at least temporarily. Yeah. And I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed at this point with how much life they have managed to pump out of this show.
Oh my gosh.
And still keep it going. Because I thought that seasons ago, it would have just fell flat, been done, out of favor. And it's still sticking around, still very popular. And now they're getting creative here. And I'm actually pretty intrigued at how they're doing this. I'm curious how this is going to turn out.
Really? Yeah. I kind of feel like it's I don't know. It doesn't really sit well with me for some reason. Okay. And I feel like maybe they just should have kept him on and maybe, switch some writers around or something. I don't know.
Last time they did that, I feel like it got way worse.
Yeah.
Switch the writers.
I don't know. But this I'm intrigued with. Yeah. Breaking Bad. Okay. Because I always wondered, what happened at the end, what happened to Jesse after, the show ended.
Part 2 is kind of like Better Call Saul, right?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. I suppose. Maybe they could have, I think I would have liked to see him with his own show.
Yeah. Oh, okay. A Jesse?
Yeah. I would have liked to see a Jesse spinoff.
Well, they're doing a movie instead.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't know, but the fact that this may be a thing now is kind of, I don't know, it's sitting a little weird with me. I feel like it's kind of like a
But I can get behind this decision a little bit too, because Better Call Saul Goodman, for me, clearly had a character that was, you could tell that there was a lot of lore that would be behind him that they could really show and build and develop that would be consistent.
Yeah.
But Jesse really didn't have that much of a story until he met Walt. Yeah. And that whole thing happened. So now it is more interesting to see after his character has gone the way it's gone to see where he continues after all those occurrences. So I don't know. I mean, and besides, it's still going to be what's his face, right? Same people involved, same writing.
Yeah.
So
Vince Gilligan and
seeing
Aaron
how they
Paul.
did with Better Call Saul, where definitely it actually feels like Breaking Bad. Like it's an excellent show in its own right. It doesn't feel like he was a flash in the pan.
Right.
Gives me some confidence that he's going to go in and then do the Jesse thing and do it justice and do it right.
Right.
And we're going to see his vision. I kind of trust. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm curious where he goes.
Yeah,
right now.
I think. I think I would trust Vince Gilligan more than the Walking Dead people. That sounds.
Well, the Walking
terrible.
Dead people have changed.
Well, you know what? I remember reading a little while ago that
Haven't
the
they,
Walking
right?
Dead.
On the show,
I think they did. I think they moved them
early,
around.
right? Well, after the first couple seasons.
Yeah,
even.
I think so. After the
Which
first,
were my
I think
favorite
maybe
seasons.
around like the prison or something, they switched some writers around. But I'm not sure. But I think the idea that, like, I know that they wanted The Walking Dead to turn out to be like a soap opera, and it would just go and go. Like, it will never end. It'll just keep going.
Yeah.
So then I think AMC wants to try and be like, oh, that rhymed. Like a Netflix. Oh, like a Netflix for their like little mini franchises.
Yeah.
You know, so they'll do Breaking Bad to death. They'll do The Walking Dead to death. And then they've tried to put in a couple. Remember there was like some kind of Civil War one or something that didn't quite catch?
Oh, yeah.
That looked, they were trying to have
There's
it.
a few. There's Halt and Catch Fire
Halt
also.
and Catch Fire. Yeah.
That was the Civil War one.
Yeah, that's right. And that was a hacking one, right?
Yeah, that was, and like I'm
And
trying
I
to
don't
remember.
know if any of them
Or Silicon
ever
Valley
caught.
kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'm forgetting
But they
what
had some other things they were like trying out that really weren't working. But you know what was on AMC? Mad Men.
Oh, Mad Men. That was
If they
great.
do
That
some
was a
more
great
Mad
show.
Men stuff,
Yeah.
I loved Mad Men.
They can't pick that back up. That is over.
Oh my God, they could do 70s. They could do Don Draper in the 70s.
No, they can't. No.
70s
that's over.
Don Draper.
No, they gave him the perfect send-off. Don't go back. Don't do that. Don't do it.
I'm just breaking
End it.
my own
That's why Breaking
theory.
Bad was so good. You wrap it up.
Oh my God, did anybody else watch Mad Men? Oh my God, it's so good.
It was great, but I have my pet peeve is
Oh my
shows that
God.
go on.
Disco
they
Don
outstay
Draper.
their welcome.
70s Don Draper in New York. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I'm not interested.
He would be fantastic.
Not interested.
Saturday Night Draper.
Totes not interested.
All right. Okay, it's time for the subreddit of the week.
Could definitely relate to this one.
Put on your cringe hat. Because oh my gosh, this
Here we go.
one is called Blunder Years. Okay, so everybody has a picture hanging around their house somewhere, you know, with their parents or whatnot, from when they were. A lot of them are like MySpace days, early Facebook days or something, or elementary school, where you're wearing something like really weird, or you were into something and you just cringe when you look at this picture and you're just like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know, I could think of a handful.
I can definitely.
Really?
I have
And
plenty.
we were talking
I
about it
have
before we
plenty.
started, and you said you
Yes.
purged a lot.
Oh, yeah. A lot of it was on the internet. Now it's gone.
Oh my gosh, you
It was
deleted
gone
it all.
years ago. I was just like, delete.
You deleted your Facebook. I think we were together like a couple
Yes.
months, and you were so sick of it.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm deleting it.
Well,
And
when I
you
first
took
had my
everything
Facebook,
off.
I like friended everybody that asked. I was like, friend. I had like thousands of friends. It was fantastic. And then it was like, this is freaking ridiculous.
Who are
terrible.
these people?
Yeah, no, a lot of the people I barely knew or didn't know at all. So then I completely eliminated my Facebook, brought it back up as friends only, and then only added people I knew. And that was it. People I like knew personally and didn't
Right.
do anything else. And I was so glad I did that, because before that, it was the days of MySpace where it's like, how many friends do you have? You know,
wow.
that was
Yeah.
like the big number. You wanted to see
Yeah.
how many friends you had, because that meant you were popular.
Right.
And who's on your top 8? You
Yeah.
know? So that was always such a big thing.
Right.
But
you
then it wasn't
purged
like
them.
top 16 at one point. Like there was like a plugin or something that you
I
could like
don't
extend it
remember.
and add more people.
Oh.
MySpace was a mess.
It was. But there were so many, like, because it was in like the height of like the emo phase and all
Yep.
that. There are some pictures out there that are woo. So we
Yeah.
went to top of all time.
Yeah.
My good friend Josh showing off his size in high school. He still says he has no regrets about this. Him and his lovely girlfriend are both Redditors. Please bring us to the front page.
I don't know. When I was that age, I would have thought that was cool. I would have been like, dude, you know how to use them? I want to see him do like his kata with the side.
Really?
Freaking sweet. I loved like ninjas and karate and Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles. Raphael
Oh
had size. I was all about that stuff. Nunchucks. Give me some freaking nunchucks.
He's tall.
That was my jam.
Look at the light switch.
Yes. Well, that's
a
an
tall
angle. It's
dude.
hard to tell from that angle.
Maybe. It's supposed to make him look intimidating.
Yeah, he does.
From
I'm
the
totally
top.
intimidated.
Yeah.
Intimidated.
As a 10-year-old male, I was a 30-year-old lesbian. Oh, my word. Oh, 10. That's a 10-year-old male.
It's a 10-year-old male.
Look at the dog looking. He was like, hey, hey. Oh Oh my gosh, I remember.
That's
I remember
rough.
these.
I had a bead necklace and I had a hemp necklace.
I had a lot of these. Yeah, in my goth days, I had a big.
I wasn't goth. I was a new metal kid. I had the big khakis with the chain metal. Yeah, the
chain metal.
The chain wallet. Chain metal. The chain wallet and a big corn shirt. My spiked blonde hair. My eyebrow ring. My horseshoe earrings. And I had my hemp necklace and my bead necklace. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
Got to get to. He was so cute, you guys. He was so cute. See these pictures. Oh my gosh. I thought it would be cool to make Kinect's body armor. We do have to find your pictures. Kinect's body armor. Oh my.
Oh, look, now you know what does this for me?
What?
The face. That's what does it. Because he's like he's serious.
He's so
he is
serious.
Dead serious. He's like, I'm a robot.
How did he get in there?
I'm impervious.
How did...
I think he built it around him.
How did he do that?
He had to build it around him. There's no way he just climbed into it.
Oh,
See, I would have. If I was a kid, I would have thought that was cool. I would have loved to do that.
Gosh, what's this? When I won an award at school, I was told to dress up for a photo. I thought they meant in a costume. Cowboy me made all the sense in the world at the time. One moment captured my entire life. Oh my God! He dressed like a cowboy.
And you know what? If he hadn't done that, the dude who would have stole the show is the guy all the way on the left.
This dude?
Look at that
that collar.
Yeah.
Ooh, and the chain?
That's the John Travolta.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Saturday Night Fever. Draper, yeah. Oh my God, he decided to dress like a cowboy.
That is so good.
That's so funny. Why, yes, my vest was homemade. PM me for orders.
Oh boy. Oh,
bless your heart.
There's so many things happening here. There's a lot to digest. Wow. There's a turtleneck involved.
I remember
There's crimped hair happening back there.
There is crimped hair happening.
There's that crazy
the wire
looking
glasses.
poof. There's wire glasses.
Bow.
There's the bangs.
Oh, this was probably...
There's the smile. And then when you drill through all that, there's the vest. There's a lot happening here.
This was probably my guess is 1992. Because I remember the turtleneck and the vest thing. I really do. Oh my gosh. I feel like I have school pictures
wow,
like this.
Good on you for posting that picture.
I know, this is a brave human being. And sometimes they post what they really look like now.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see if I could see a link here. No, Larry David. They look like Larry David. Oh, they want to make it. They want to make a calendar of these blunder years.
Oh God, that'd be great. That'd be great.
These people are really good sports.
Yeah.
My original.
Oh, what's the 1996 high school yearbook picture?
Oh. What did he tape that on?
Definitely.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
some people are really, really brave.
That's something.
Sophomore formal. Oh my gosh. What's wrong with teal hair?
Yeah, I'm not really. Some of this is for kids. You know,
I know, but if this is somebody from say 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Or whatever, although I don't think 10 years ago I would be really embarrassed of pictures other than, wait, what is this? Other than maybe styles being out, Oh my gosh.
Wow, yeah. Wow, look at the earrings. At 14? You were fast forward. You were trying to grow up real hardcore, weren't you?
She had a big round brush. Look at that. She does.
That's got the newscaster thing happening there.
Woof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. She has some arm strength to do that hair. 12 going on 45. Oh my God.
It's like Bill Hader at 12 years old.
Bill Hader. Oh my God.
And the shirt is what does it. The shirt grounds you into how old this person actually is. And then
that is unreal.
That hair.
Like Tanya Harding's mother. Tanya.
The hair. Can we go back and look at the hair a little more? Wow. That's an accomplishment.
Oh man.
That is.
Oh, these people are. I feel like I need to find one now. 2012. Oh, wow.
And that's heavy on the eyeliner too.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Is that a unibrow?
Maybe.
Kind of looks like maybe a unibrow.
I think that might be the least of her problems here.
We're going to drill into the unibrow. I think we have some
Wow, I'm impressed. But really, and I remember when this whole emo thing was going on.
Yeah.
I'm looking at her. What's that? What's the Stegosaurus? With the big...
Oh, yeah, Stegosaurus.
Yeah, with the big...
Kind of looks like that. Yeah, I can see that.
But I remember
or peacock.
going around looking at or seeing people in their emo phases and things, and I had family members and cousins and everything. It was like it just missed me.
Yeah.
You know, it was like right, maybe like a couple years under.
I had friends like 2-3 years younger than me that were hardcore emo thing, and I couldn't get there.
Yeah,
but I was the new metal kid, right? That was like 3 years after new metal, emo, and pop punk hit.
Just about.
And I was just on the other side of that.
Right, and I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, people are like, they're gonna regret this.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, I felt like it was almost like on par with like when people look at 70s clothes.
Yeah.
You know, there's always like kind of like a generation or whatever, or 80s rather.
Yeah.
Where I think 80s, is like a big thing. All right, one more. I just want to see one more. Oh my God.
This is a good one. Oh, well, for me, 7th grade school picture day was actually just a field trip to Flavortown.
Oh, Flavortown.
That was my hair. That was definitely my hair in high school.
Oh my gosh.
It was completely bleached blonde and spiked. And I did that a lot.
You were so cute though.
But I did not have that shirt.
Look at the guitar pick necklace.
Or the guitar pick necklace.
Look at that.
I did not have that.
Field trip to Flavortown. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Amazing. You know what? There is one picture that I could think of that, oh my gosh, his parents are so proud of it. Your dad in particular.
This is the picture that if I was to post anything.
Yes, it would probably be that one. Tell them what it is.
It's a picture. You have to be thinking of the same one.
Yeah, about your trophies?
Yeah, I was in middle school. I was in, I think, 7th grade. It was either 7th or 8th grade. I'm trying to remember which one.
Oh my God.
But I got into the jazz band. I was a drummer of the jazz band. I just started playing drums a couple years earlier, so I was really happy about it. And I got this drum solo. And this one particular year, we went to all the competitions, and I got a drum solo award at every one of the competitions. It was this awesome year, awesome memory. But my dad said he posed me for this picture. Super proud of it. I love him to death. He's amazing. I love my father very much.
Yeah.
But boy, oh boy, I don't know. So I had to get up. So first off, what they made us wear in these middle school jazz competitions were just a dress shirt.
Cummerbund, I think.
Yeah, it was a dress shirt, and it was white dress shirt, white tuxedo shirt.
Yeah.
And black dress pants, black slacks, a bow tie, and a matching cummerbund. And our school, whatever the colors we wore, were black and black tie and cummerbund, but with these gold swirls all in them. So
I didn't know there were gold swirls.
Yeah, there were gold swirls going through them.
I didn't know there were gold.
And my dad went to like right next to it. We had this little landing right at the bottom of the staircase, okay? And he put all the trophies. There was 4 trophies and a medal, okay, that they gave out at these competitions. And he put them all in a row, and he had me pose next to it, like with my elbow on the side and my drumsticks in my hand, looking like all like, like I'm just chilling here with my trophies. And I dressed up in my cummerbund and bow tie. Yeah. And I had my glasses.
We have to find it.
I think I saw my glasses.
You do. You have
and
your glasses?
And I had a part over on the side here with like my hair was like parted.
Yeah,
I mean, I was like, I had the nerd thing going on, and I was sitting there just like, like just chilling like this.
And he's blonde, naturally blonde.
And my dad hung it up. It was in our living room.
Oh yeah.
I think for like as long as I could remember until I moved out.
Oh my God.
I mean, like it was there.
And we were
until they moved out.
We were dating, and we weren't together very, very long. And like it came out, and his dad's like, "Look, did he ever show you this picture?" And I was like, oh, wow. And
he was very, very proud. I was very proud of what I had done. He was very proud of me, and he really wanted to kind of capture the moment. And I love him for doing it. I really do. But boy,
that's got to go on
looking back at it, that is the picture I would post in this.
We've got to find it and Instagram it.
Yes.
Would you be willing to do that, or would you be embarrassed?
Sure, I'd do it. At this point, I'd do it.
I'll find one too.
So
I know I've got
a
lot of them. I've got a lot.
We're talking. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll both post one because I know I've got some, and I think we're both going to see our parents in like the next week or so. So we'll make sure to do it.
Yeah, we'll get a picture.
Oh my God, so funny.
And to top things off, there's California's been hit with wildfires like crazy this year. There's been another really big one that happened yesterday. Very, very fast. It wiped out a whole Northern California town pretty much. Of 27,000 people, 9 people were killed. It actually, all of Malibu had to evacuate. This is an insane fire. People were literally trying to drive away from it to get away from it. It was spreading so quickly, and the streets got too congested. Some people had to leave their cars behind because the fire was spreading too fast. I mean, this is like something out of a freaking movie.
I know.
This is crazy.
I know. And you know what? Like I was pulling these articles up earlier tonight to try to find one, and it says the fires across the state have forced 157,000 people from their homes. When I checked it about an hour and a half ago, it said 148,000.
Wow.
So this was updated.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my gosh, in the last couple hours. So it's unbelievable. If any of you live out there, please just shoot me a tweet. I worry, and I'm pregnant, so I'm going to worry even more. But it's insane. And some of you, I sent out a tweet earlier today and said, like, any of you out there, because I know some of you are from California, I'm like, are you all right? And some of you were saying it was raining ash. You're evacuating. You know, I'm worried about the air quality.
Oh,
you know, like this is crazy. This is crazy.
It really is.
You know, this is just, I can't imagine what it must be like to live out there. And California is beautiful. It's so beautiful. I feel like those of you who live out there don't deserve this because you have the earthquakes and then the wildfires. It
is beautiful, but boy, you guys got some natural disasters out there.
I know. I can't even imagine. Like, it rained today. We had a flood warning. And then
you might get a little water in the basement.
Our flood warnings are like maybe you get some puddles in your driveway. You know, or every once in a while we'll get a warning about the ocean or something like that. Like, watch out for the tides. There's a strong current. We're not far from the shore to where that would like really that could be some bad things have happened to the shore for sure. But we're about 45 minutes if we were to drive.
If we were to drive straight out, not to like where you want to be.
We would hit a shore, but not like a beach.
Not like a beach.
Not a beach. But
look, water.
Yeah, right. And there's the ocean. But I can't imagine what it would be like, you know. And then a look at this. A set for Westworld was destroyed. And Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. Remember Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman?
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I don't think I've ever seen an episode of that.
Me neither. Me neither.
I remember seeing commercials for it.
I think my sister watched it.
Really?
I think my sister might have watched it. That's very interesting. But
and like Kim Kardashian had to evacuate, I think.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, like because Malibu was evacuated.
Yeah, that's all those millionaires out there, man.
That's what I learned is only 13,000 people in Malibu, I think. Like, I didn't know it was like such a...
Look at that. It's like in a super exclusive area.
Yeah, like not many people live there.
Look at this. And what scares me, though, is how fast.
Yeah.
Like, it happened over, like, we went to bed, and then I had to get up early. I had a doctor's appointment, had an ultrasound this morning.
It's so dry out there.
And, it's so dry.
Yeah.
And I woke up, and it was like all these people had been evacuated, you know, like, and I didn't get much sleep last night, and it was just like within like 4 or 5 hours.
That's scary stuff.
Like, oh my gosh.
Scary stuff.
So yeah, if you live out there, please be safe. If you're in any part of California, let us know how your air quality is, and you know, stay safe if you're in an area that hasn't been evacuated. Like, don't have your animals go outside. Elderly, children, try and keep them inside if there's an air quality warning, because that kind of stuff can really sneak up on you.
Yeah. Don't take that lightly. Air quality alerts are serious stuff.
They
don't seem like much because you can't always tell.
Yeah, you can't see anything.
Yeah, you can't see. You don't even always smell it. Yeah, but it makes a difference.
You get more tired, and especially if you're more prone to, you know, like lung infections, or you know, if you're older or whatever.
Asthma or something like that.
Asthma, it could really mess with you. So please be careful. And it's just terrible. So it was like so much this week was so like. It was like bad, weird.
A lot of bad stuff this week.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, we got good news, though, that we were able to tell everybody that we were able to share
our good news. I mean, it didn't happen this week, but we can share it this week. So at least there's that. All right, well, that was this episode of BS on the Internet. Of stuff.
It was crazy.
Also, if you feel like, you can go to our YouTube channel, which you're probably on right now, I guess.
Look,
right? You can
or
watch
our Twitch channel.
Red Dead Redemption 2 videos we've been putting up, or the Twitch channel, because Lissy just finished Outlast on Twitch. So we have that collection up on Twitch right now. You guys can watch her whole playthrough of Outlast, which was...
Guys, I can't. A couple times today, I was like, Maddie, guess what? And he's like, what? And I'm like, the Outlast. And he's like, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yes, you
and
did.
you said you were proud of me.
I was,
which
yes.
I like.
Yes, I am very proud of her. Lissy, if you guys have been watching us for any amount of time, you know this is a pretty big deal for Lissy. She didn't used to touch. She couldn't really handle the horror games from the driver's seat, and she pulled this one off. And pulled a lot of them off this year. 2018 Lissy has done quite a bit of work this year.
I know, but now I have to pick a new one for the end of the year, and it's got to be amazing. It's got to be like the grand finale.
Yeah.
I'm really scared. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Outlast would have been a grand finale.
I know. Well, I think we might put up a poll or something.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like on a little bit like of a high. I'm kind of feeling like a little bored.
We'll carry that into the next game.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
All right, well, if you want to read about anything more that we talked about tonight, or if you're watching in the morning, it would be tonight, right? So,
No.
on this episode, links are in the description.
Yes.
If you like this video, please support us on Patreon. Click like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, bye.
Bye.